Test 1, 2. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to DC Everest Softball Field, where we're getting ready for a conference championship matchup here between Wisconsin Rapids and your Everest Fast Pitch. Rapids is out there right now warming up, so we are glad to be able to bring you this action live here today. And looking forward to calling it. We got a doubleheader in action. Hopefully we are able to get both games in. We do have some potential of some severe weather that's happening, so hopefully that stays away and we're able to bring all the action to you. So as teams are warming up here, we'll go through the starting lineups here shortly. First pitch set to go at 4 o'clock. We have about 12 minutes left for this time. Just enjoy the warm-ups. It is a scorcher out here at 94 degrees. We appreciate everybody following along here on CW Sports and Zaleski Sports. All right, and as we're back here, we got the starting lineups here. First game, DC Everest will be the home team. Rapids will be the away team. For Rapids, you're going to have Clay C, shortstop, up first. And I have to get something here, folks. Sorry about that. Number 5, center fielder, second. 44, pitcher will be third. 29, right fielder. Martin will be fourth. Wagner, number 24, at second base will be fifth. Jessica Penarski, number 12. Third base will be 6th. Kendall Zijan, number 28, will be catcher, 7th. Holberg, number 17, designated player. McKenna Williamson, will bat 9th at first base, and your flex, which will be in left field, number 3, Emily Friday. For Everest, you're going to have the normal lineup. McKenna Hammond, number 23, left field. Kira Hammond, number 12, center field. Haley Schmidt, number 18, first base. Callista Fuhrer, number 27, catcher. Batting 5th, Paige Kislow, number 16, as your pitcher. Batting 6th, Allie Zimmerman, number 19, right fielder. Batting 7th for Everest, Riley Zuger, number 14, playing third base. Your designated player for Everest's first game is number 20, Maddie Zitch. And batting 9th, number 13, Lexi Crawford, playing second base. Abby Dufferin will be your flex player, playing shortstop, in for Maddie Zitch as a designated player. Those are your starting lineups. So we'll just take you back out to the PA announcer announcing those lineups right now, and the coaches are meeting at home plate. All right, we're getting ready for the national anthem here. Coach is finishing up their conversation here at home plate. All right, that was the national anthem there. And we've got a great matchup here coming for you right here on CW Sportscast with DC Everest hosting the Rapids in this doubleheader. Coach Matthews, the coach for DC Everest, and Coach Holberg for Wisconsin Rapids. Starting pitchers today are going to be Rihanna Carroll, number 44 for Rapids, and Paige Kislow for DC Everest. A lot that goes into this one as far as conference standings. Everest controls their own destiny in this case, where they win them both. They are the conference champions. It'll be their first time solely owning that title since Coach Matthews took over as head coach for DC Everest softball. Something else to note here is a win today, one win, and Coach Matthews gets his 100th conference win. Last week, Tuesday, he earned his 200th career win as a Evergreens coach. He's been coaching for 13 years with a little bit of an asterisk, COVID year last year, so he really didn't get any wins or losses last year. So he's done it in 12 years. So pretty good statistics. His team has been very competitive within the conference, finishing in the top 4 all 12 years during that time. 2 times during his stint, he's been able to have his team positioned for tied for first, but they've never solely taken it. Powerhouse in this conference has been Spash, but hopefully we'll see out of here today. There's a big game over on Zaleski Sports as well that is taking place with Point and Marshfield. That does have implications on today as well, as if Spash sweeps Marshfield and Everest can escape at least out of a win, Everest still takes first place. But a lot else going on in that and what could happen. So stay tuned. A lot of action pack coming in here today. Like I said, Kislow's out there first, and she starts off with the ball. Up to bat is Clant. Up and out of play. So is Clary. 0-0. So 1-1 the count. Start things off here. 2 pitches in for Kislow. Kislow with the delivery. And coming right down the middle for a called strike 2. Kislow up in front here against Megan Cleary. And Megan's a shortstop for Wisconsin Rapids. There's the pitch over to third base. Able to get that. Over at third is Riley Zuliger. Zuliger making a stop with her ankle and getting it right over to Schmidt. So we got one out here in the top of the first. There's a foul ball. Up to bat is Megan Jokimson. And Jokimson's playing center field here for Rapids today. She's coming up, trying to go for a slap at bat there. You can see on your screen Lexi Crawford playing pretty darn close to up by the pitcher. So we got 1-1 count here. Kissel with the delivery. There's a drive into left field. Over to McKenna Hammond. Hammond able to get it in to Crawford. So, 1 on. First hit of the day there for Rapids. So, Rihanna Carroll up to bat. That one's down. Zuliger slaps that one down, but not able to get anywhere. All runners are safe. And just like that, Rapids is threatened with a runner in scoring position now at second base. Next up, number 29, Allison Martin. So 1 out, runners on first and second. There's a drive, that's off, and that's foul ball. Martin's a 467 hitter.
Nothing. Come on, let's get it there. Come on. One more, let's go. Watch it all over.
All right, sorry about that, folks. Camera came loose there. Last one was out. There was a fly out to right field. Over to Zimmerman. So there's a strike called there. So we'll get up here. So we got 2 outs, runners on first and second. Nobody was able to advance on that one. There's another one. Sliding that one right past number 24, Haley Wagner. The 3-0 count, nobody going. Runners taking a pretty big lead there. Fuhrer comes walking out, gets it back to Kislow. So 1-1's the count. So, excuse me, 1-2. We have 2 strikes. Apologize, missed one on there. There's a waste pitch high. So 2-2, seeing if Wagner was going to go chasing after that one. There's a pop fly. Kenna Hammond running in, able to make that catch. So after Rapids gets the first 2 out of 3 on base, there is nothing going any further than that. Everest able to shut it down. And we stay tied 0-0 right here on CW Sports. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
In my neighborhood, if we have a problem with our heating, everyone knows who to call, and that's Dan Service Plus.
On our street, there's only one company that we trust for our plumbing, and that's Dan Service Plus.
No matter how cold or hot it is outside, home comfort is important to us. When we need maintenance, we know who to call, and that is Dan Service Plus.
Dan Service Plus is now your exclusive Daikin Comfort Pro dealer, featuring Daikin Comfort for Life. Dan Service Plus, one call does it all.
All right, we do thank all of our sponsors that make this broadcast for everyone at home being able to watch this. So it is a scorcher out here today, 94 degrees as temperature in the car came over. Those that are in shade are doing okay. I've got a tent here, keeping myself cool, but it's still warm out here, folks. Great day to at least come out and cheer on two great games that we're going to see here on CW Sportscast. We got another great game that's happening on Zaleski Sports. Marshfield and Stevens Point. We'll try getting tabs on that game throughout this broadcast to see how things are going. But first up here is going to be number 23, left fielder McKenna Hammond. Takes the ball 1 first. There's a drive out of play, foul ball. Hammond in front of that one. Drives that well beyond the third base side.
Get it started here. Let's go.
Here comes the pitch. There's another drive up and over. So 1-2 we've got here for McKenna Hammond.
Let's go up the middle now. Let's go. Get your head on it, fellas. Go hard up the middle. Come on.
McKenna Hammond's got a 314 batting average and on base of 400. That one's up and out of play once again. Staying alive, keeping everything protected here. Pitcher today for Rapids is Rihanna Carroll. There's another drive. That's a high pop fly. Shortstop coming over from the foul territory, making that catch. So McKenna's sister, Key Hammond, up to bat. He's got a 529 batting average, 543 on base percentage. So this is an area where they're going to make that one. Strike called. There's a drive, high, right field is going to hang up there. Right fielder's underneath it, able to make that catch. Out there playing right field is Allison Martin. So 2 up, 2 down, really quick here for Everest. Number 18, Haley Schmidt. And we got no pitch called. I had a ball in the outfield and right field, so properly stopped that one. I went with the same spot. Schmidt not going to chase on that one either. There's one right down the middle. Strike one. Again, both these teams, as far as batting, top of the conference, along with pitching. So Everest leads both categories as a team. Everest giving up about 1.92 earned run average per game. Rapids is right behind him with a 2-1-0. Schmidt looking at that one. There's a ball. So 2-1's the count here. As Carroll's still pitching strong for Rapids in the bottom of the first. That one's low. That was really close. 3-1 count. Let's see what Coach Matthews dials up here for Haley. There's Carroll comes to that one. Right down the middle. 3-2, full count. I apologize. There are 2 outs on the board, too. There's foul ball. Staying alive. That one's up and over, out of place. Still staying alive. 3-2. Carroll on her 13th pitch of the afternoon. Early afternoon so far. There's a drive. That one's going to get right over short. Nope, short's able to get back. So Clary with the catch, able to make 2 outs in that inning for Wisconsin Rapids. And we are through 1, all tied 0-0, and we will be right back.
Weinbrenner Shoe Company has been manufacturing Thorogood footwear and developing careers right here in central Wisconsin for 130 years. And we are expanding. Weinbrenner offers on-the-job training, family-friendly hours, and a safe environment with unlimited growth potential. Join our team and produce some of the last made-in-USA footwear in the world. Learn more by visiting WeinbrennerUSA.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Want free?
Really free rewards checking?
We got that.
Need a mortgage? Fast and local.
Which we actually keep.
We've got that.
Want debit card control at your fingertips?
Turn it on or off from your smartphone.
How about real-time transaction notifications too?
We got that.
At Valley Communities Credit Union, we've got that, and you can get it too. Call or visit any of our 5 locations to talk with a VCCU team member today.
All right, we are back here at CW Sports and Zaleski Sports, bringing you the Everest Rapids matchup. We are through 1. All tied up. Kislow pitching for DC Everest. Through 15 in that first one. Up is the Dakarski. And Dakarski is a 286 hitter on the year for Rapids. 1 ball on that one. There comes a pitch. That one's high and all. Great camera action brought to you by all of our sponsors. We have to thank them: Dan Service Plus, Weinbrenner Shoes, Valley Community Credit Union, Fleet Farm, Bill Service Center, Joan Matthews, and King's Camper. There's a foul ball. Kissel coming back into this one. 2-1. Three ones count. Fans kind of whistling on that one as they didn't really care for the call on that, but sees that as a ball. We're at 3-1. There's a drive. Crawford down on one knee, getting it over Schmidt. We've got the 4-3 putout. So Kendall Zegon up to bat. Zegon's playing catcher today. There's a drive over Dufferin. Kind of Hammond right there. Getting it into Crawford. So Sawyer Holberg up to bat now. And she is your designated player. There's ball 1. 22 pitches so far on the afternoon for Kislow. There's strike 1 called. 1-1. Again, big implications here for today's matchup. We have Everest Rapids right here on CW Sportscast. Zaleski Sports is carrying the Marshfield Spash matchup. There's a foul ball out of play, driven into somebody's yard. Kissel ahead on the count now, 1-2. I'll try getting some updates here on the Point Marshfield game. Everest needs to take care of business here, though. First, there's another poke out of play, foul ball. That ball outside corner there, not getting the call there. So 2-2. And trying to keep up with the Spash Marshfield games, which I'll run through some of the options. But Spash is winning 2-0 right now, and that is in. Not able to tell what that's in. But Spash is winning right now, 2-0. So we got full count here on Kendall Zegon. Kissel not a stranger to full counts. Able to get out of them quite often. There's a drive, though, to left center. And we got one runner so we got a stand-up double there for Zegon on a line shot. So runners now, McKenna and Williamson up to bat. So Zegon, excuse me. I'll have to watch this one. McKenna Williamson's up to bat. There's the ball. So again, Spash Marshfield is top of the first. And Spash winning 2-0 over Marshfield. Everest takes care of business here, wins one, and with that outcome, they would take sole possession of the conference championship. But again, it all has to do with what Everest does here today. That one's high. 2-0 for Rapids. Number 6, Williamson. Gonna sit back and watch this one. There's a swing and a miss. Kissel putting it right by Williamson on there. Low outside, able to get that one. So 3-1 count. We'll see what Coach Holberg dials up here for McKenna Williamson. If it's a go-ahead. First base is open, so there is no force play anywhere. Foul ball. That's a foul tip, so count goes full. And just keeping tabs here. Spash scores another one, so 3-0. I'm doing double duty here for you folks as we got a game here. They're playing down in Woyak Field, down in Plover. Here's the delivery by Kislow. That's ball. There's no damage done there, though, because first base was open. Still would like to see getting out there, but not the worst thing as the base was open. Now we're back to the top of the lineup with Cleary. She drove that one right into the third baseman's ankle last time. So right into Zuliger's ankle and was able to get a 5-3 putout. We'll see what happens this time. Rapids have been pretty sharp with the bats so far. There's a drive up. We got infield fly rule that was called. None of the runners advancing, so one pitch, and the second out really helps out with getting that one. So Crawford makes the catch there, even though the infield fly rule was called. So batter was automatically out there. Megan Jokmason running up as she did the first time. She was able to put a line drive out in the left field last time. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. There's a drive, making that slap. And there's no good. Kenna Hammond able to get that one in really quick, but not before Rapids picks up the first run. Bases still stay loaded. There's strike one called. They're not going to chance that one, even goes by Fuhrer. Not many get by Callista behind the plate. She kind of eats them up when she has the ability to. So bases loaded, two outs, 1-1. There's a drive. Crawford's calling for it and making the catch. So leaving bases loaded, Rapids still is able to get one as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Rapids leads 1-0 here on CW Sportscast with Zaleski Partnership. We will be right back.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Test. All right. Again, we're here live on CW Sportscast. Carroll back out there for Wisconsin Rapids. Fuhrer up to bat. Everest won 1-2-3 and out in the first inning. Rapids does a little bit of damage in the top of the second. And we're at 2-2 or 2-0. There's the first strike. 2-1. So again, a lot of action going on here in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Two big games here at DC Everest. That one's up and out of play for Fuhrer. And we're at 2-2. You got two devices. And Carroll puts that one right past Fuhrer for the strikeout. So Paige Kislow now up. There's ball too low. Same way that Callista started off. And then came back and struck her out. There's ball three. That one's high. So 3-0. We'll see what Paige does with this one. Page on the year, 571, 4 home runs. And that was really close. So Zimmerman's going to be batting, but we have a pinch runner, number 11, Isabel Lang. Oh, 1-0 on there. A lot of chatter going on here with the fans. First one looked like a strike, second one a little high, but going there. That one's off the end of the bat. And Cleary runs in, making that catch. So 2 outs. Again, Lang in for Kislow as a courtesy runner. That one's down. Cleary getting to that one. Great play there by Wisconsin Rapids between Cleary and Wagner. Now Cleary makes the diving catch, and Wagner running over from covering second base, so covering that just the way that they're supposed to be. So again, after 2, it's 1-0 in favor of Wisconsin Rapids here on CW Sportscast. We'll be right back.
No interest in water sports? Biking not really your thing? Want to add some excitement to your camping trip? Need more fun in your life? Hit the trails with an ATV or side-by-side from Bill's Service Center. At Bill.
In my neighborhood, if we have a problem with our heating, everyone knows who to call, and that's Dan Service Plus.
On our street, there's only one company that we trust for our plumbing, and that's Dan Service Plus.
No matter how cold or hot it is outside, home comfort is important to us. When we need maintenance, we know who to call, and that is Dan Service Plus.
Dan Service Plus is now your exclusive Daikin Comfort Pro dealer, featuring Daikin Comfort for Life. Dan Service Plus, one call does it all.
So Allison Martin up to bat for Rapids. Flew out to right field last time up in the first. Again, we thank all our sponsors, Joan Matthews, Kings Campers, Dan Service Plus, Weinbrenner Shoes, Valley Community Credit Union, Fleet Farm, Bill's Service Center. So coming into today, the conference standings stood as DC Everest 9-1, Wisconsin Rapids 8-2. So the top 2 teams here facing off today. Marshfield tied with Wisconsin Rapids at 8-2. Stevens Point 7-3. Merrill 2-8. Wausau East 2-10, and Wausau West 0-10. So a lot going on today as far as great big action for Wisconsin Valley Conference softball. Marshfield Stevens Point facing off down at Woyak Field down in Point. You can catch that on our broadcasting partners stream as well as Zaleski Sports. There's the ball. 3-0. And we'll keep those updates coming for you as well. It is 3-0 right now in favor of Spash. And that is in the top of the second inning right now. There's ball 4. Kissel lets that one get away. So Callista Fuhrer is taking a few seconds here, talking it out with Kislow, calming her down. Wagner up to bat. Wagner playing second base was part of that great ending out there for Rapids to end the bottom of the second. There's a bunt. And bunt is laid down perfectly by Wagner. Advancing Martin. And Zuliger not able to get a hold of that one. So Jess Tokarski up to bat. Jessica's playing third base. And that one's high, ball one. And in that instance, the batter was out of the batter box when it hit her. And so because it hits the batter as she is out of the batter's box, the batter is out. Coach is asking some questions here for clarification. Coach talks it over with the ump, but no switching of the call there. So runners have to go back to first and second on that one, and that helps out. There's one out here for Everest. There's a great diving grab there by Dufferin, but as the shovel pass over to Crawford, not in time, as Wagner was able to get into second. So Zegan lays down that bunt and able to get the first. So now we got bases loaded with one out. And Sawyer Holberg up to bat. There's a drive up. Kenna Hammond back for the catch. Here comes the play. And Wagner able to score. Martin able to score from third, and both runners advance. So now we've got runners on second. All right. Sorry about that, folks. My battery was starting to run low on the laptop and had to get that, but there was a out, and Wisconsin Rapids scores one more. And we'll just keep it right here for the action as we just step away from the mic here for a second. All right, we're back here. Again, thanks to all of our sponsors for pitching in and bringing you this free broadcast of the Everest Rapids softball game where Everest is leading 2-0. Everest trails by 1 game in the conference standings, so they could bring this all square today down in Woyak Field. I got strike one call down in Woyak Field where Marshfield and Stevens Point are playing. It is Spash leading 3-0, so that is the outcome that Everest fans want to see. Rapids with the pitch. Coming up. So Zitch up to bat here. And a swing and a miss. And 1-2 the count is. Maddie's the designated player today. So 2-2. Again, one of our great sponsors down on our left-hand corner of our screen. You got to thank them out here, King's Campers today. Pitch by Carroll, drive by Zitch into right field. Right fielder just makes a snag. That had a lot of spin on it as it was getting out to right field. So Zitch gets over to first. And you have a courtesy runner coming in. Number 9, Abby Duffrin. Actually, the flex player, Abby Duffrin, coming in to run. So Zitch swings the bat, and Duffrin gets to run on this instance. So Lexi Crawford up to bat, second base. There's ball 1. Carroll has thrown 35 pitches so far this afternoon. So that is the first hit for Everest today. Crawford puts down a bunt, greatly done. And moves the runner over, so a sacrifice bunt there for Crawford. Moves Duffrin over into scoring position. Up to bat is McKenna Hammond. She flew out to shortstop, which was over in foul territory in the first inning. There's ball 1. Again, lots of action going on today. Spash still up 3-0 over Marshfield. See what Everest can do as far as being able to make a comeback here against Rapids. Down early, 2-0. Definitely expect these games to go to the full 7 innings. There's a drive by Hammond going deep, 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 and let's go! Home run! And just like that, McKenna Hammond ties this game up. That is a way to do that one really quick. One swing of the bat. Now the pressure's on Kira Hammond to get that. So McKenna Hammond, 314 hitter on the year. And that is her first home run. What a time to get her first home run of the year in the conference play. Carroll with the delivery, and that's a foul ball. You can hear everybody. This is just, as I said, I would expect nothing less than this one to go the full 7 innings. And this is turning out to be a doozy. Hopefully this weather stays out of there. Ball high. So 1-1's the count. Key Hammond playing center field. Flew out to right field the last time up, which was in the first inning. That one's down and in the ground. Now it's over to second base, and they get a 4-3 put out. So Haley Schmidt now up to bat. 1 ball. Crowd's really getting into that, getting into this one after that home run. We'll get an update on the score here for Spash. And strike called on the changeup, off-speed pitch. Again, thank all our wonderful sponsors here. Schmidt on the year is a .444 hitter. That one's dropped right back up to the pitcher, and a low throw. Great grab there by first base McKenna Williamson. And that puts 3 outs there, but not before the damage is done by McKenna Hammond with a 2-run blast to tie this game up 2-2. This is Tony Hollander on CW Sportscast. We'll be right back.
In my neighborhood, if we have a problem with our heating, everyone knows who to call, and that's Dan Service Plus.
On our street, there's only one company that we trust for our plumbing, and that's Dan Service Plus.
No matter how cold or hot it is outside, home comfort is important to us. When we need maintenance, we know who to call, and that is Dan Service Plus.
Dan Service Plus is now your exclusive Daikin Comfort Pro dealer, featuring Daikin Comfort for Life. Dan Service Plus, one call does it all.
All right, we're back here in the top of the 4th inning after a big run here for Everest, tying this game up at 2 apiece. That one's low and in the dirt. And McCleary up to bat. There's a drive to right center. And you've got Zimmerman making the great catch, running from right to center. Just the way that Kissel wants to draw that one up. 2 pitches and 1 out. There's a slap hit again there. Going 3 for 3. There's Jokemson. So 3 for 3 on each of those slaps. Doing a great job there. Kissel comes with the delivery ball. Keeping everything going here. So we're in the top of the 4th, 2-2. Spash Marshfield, top of the 3rd, 3-0. Kissel comes with the pitch. Fuhrer throwing it down. And on the throw, Fuhrer gets a put out. So it looked like it was going to be a little bit behind, but able to throw that one and curved right back into the runner and got the out. On the high ball, base is now cleared with 2 outs. That one's going deep to Keek. Hammond. So after Rapids gets one on and tries stealing into scoring position, Rihanna Carroll flies out to center field and ends the inning. Here on CW Sportscast, we've got DC Everest 2, Rapids 2. We will be right back.
Weinbrenner Shoe Company has been manufacturing Thorogood footwear and developing careers right here in central Wisconsin for 130 years. And we are expanding. Weinbrenner offers on-the-job training, family-friendly hours, and a safe environment with unlimited growth potential. Join our team and produce some of the last made-in-USA footwear in the world. Learn more by visiting WeinbrennerUSA.com, an equal opportunity employer.
All right, we're back here at CW Sportscast. Tony Hollander bringing you the action and the production here today. The standings as this game started: DC Everest 9-1, Wisconsin Rapids 8-2, Marshfield 8-2, Stevens Point 7-3. Those are the two big games that are going on right now. First and second in the conference, third and fourth playing each other. We'll see how things pan out here after this first game and how the day goes. So Carroll still pitching, Callista Fuhrer up to bat. That one's up and over the backstop. Carroll painting the outside corner there. I just noticed, folks, that my camera's a little bit off here. So we'll get this one fixed in between the innings. There's a drive down. Cleary down on her knees, getting that one. And great play there by first base, McKenna Williamson, off of a knee throw from Clary. So great put out there. Calista tried avoiding it, not able to do it. So Kislow up to bat now. She got the first hit in the first on base today. There's a strike called. One out, 2-2, top, bottom of four here. That one's outside. Carroll's really trying to work those corners. And no wind here today so far. There's a drive, a Kissel a little bit behind that one. That goes foul ball, a lot of play. Again, we appreciate everybody that's tuning in here on CW Sports for Everest Rapids. There's an inside pitch on Kislow. That one's down and in the dirt on an off-speed pitch. Kislow not chasing. 3-2, full count. See what's going to happen here for Kislow. I'd expect Carroll to come with the heat right down the middle. That one's down low, so Kislow, 2 innings in a row, 2 at-bats, able to get on. So Isabel Lang's coming in as a courtesy runner for Kislow. And Spash and Marshfield still in the bottom of the third. The score 3-1 now in favor of Spash. Carroll getting the call, the sign. That one's down low. Almost in the dirt there. Zigan making a great scoop there, even though it hit the glove. Doing a great job behind the plate. That was a drive. That one's down. They're going to try turning two. Not able to get that one. So Zimmerman on a fielder's choice. So they get the lead runner, and Zimmerman is on at first. Zuliger up to bat. Zuliger, a 333 hitter. On base percentage is 419, so it walks quite a bit. That one's up, and that is going to be close to being out of play, and that hits the top of the dugout for Everest. So we are at the bottom of the fourth inning here. All tied up 2-2. Kenna Hammond so far, the hero, is tying this game up with a 2-run home run right over left center field. That one's inside on Zuliger. Rihanna Carroll doing a great job of changing up those pitches between off speed and down ball. There's that one. That one's down on the ground and still gets the force play as Clary covers up. So a good line drive, but dropped by the second base, Haley Wagner, but still able to keep control of it as Cleary covers shortstop, or second base for the out. And through 4, we are still tied 2-2. And we will just keep it right here as we fix the camera. So we'll be right back on the air. All right, so we are back here, top of 5. Martin's going to lead us off. She got on last time up in the 3rd inning with a walk. Started that inning off. They were able to get 1. 2 innings in a row. Rapids has been able to score. Right now, Everest needs to have that shutdown inning. There's a right at the knee strike. 52 pitches for Kissel so far on the afternoon, but that's nothing. She's been able to throw well over 100 in a game. There's a swing and a miss by Martin. So Kissel up ahead, 0-2. Kissel's got 14 strikeouts on the year. She comes in with a 245 average. There's a high ball. Not missing by much. Martin not chasing on that one either. There's a drive to center field. Key Hammond right there. Can of corn not having to move too much. There comes the pitch. There's a drive. Key Hammond making a run for it. Able to get to there. There's 2 outs. Tokarski up now. The third base. Jessica's playing third base. Done a great job over there for Rapids. Has not had a fielder's choice the last time up. Otherwise, on in the second inning was a 4-3 put out. That was a line drive or a ground ball, hard ground ball. There's foul ball. 1-1's a count. Karski's 286 on the year with a 516 on base percentage. So 8 walks on the year. So very patient at the plate is Jessica. That one's down and in the dirt. Oh, 2-1. Just 1 hour into this game here. Top of the 5th inning. Holmes not giving that high ball, and at times gives that high ball. So I look pretty there, as you can see right in our camera. There's a drive into short center. Hammond makes a diving catch. So Hammond's all over the field. First one makes it look easy with not having to move. Second one has to run to left center. And then she says, here, hold my water while I go grab that one in short right center. So great job there by Key Hammond. Here on CW Sportscast, we've got Rapids 2, DC Everest 2, middle of 5.
Weinbrenner Shoe Company has been manufacturing Thorogood footwear and developing careers right here in central Wisconsin for 130 years. And we are expanding. Weinbrenner offers on-the-job training, family-friendly hours, and a safe environment with unlimited growth potential. Join our team and produce some of the last made-in-USA footwear in the world. Learn more by visiting WeinbrennerUSA.com, an equal opportunity employer.
All right, we are back here. One of our great sponsors, Joan Matthews for Coldwell Banker. You need a real estate agent who really listens to what you want in a home? Call Joan Matthews, Coldwell Banker at 715-574-6011. You need an agent who knows how to effectively market your home so it sells? Call Joan Matthews, Coldwell Banker at 715-574-6011. The real estate market is red hot, and you need Coldwell Bankers, Joan Matthews, to help guide you in the market and care for your financial goals. Plus, Joan lives in Schofield and knows your neighborhood. Visit joanmatthews.com to schedule an appointment today. Again, we are at the bottom of the 5th inning here. And Zitch up to bat for Everest. A great 3 outs there by Key Hammond in the top of the 5th inning to get all 3 outs there and retire Rapids in 1, 2, 3. And now Maddie Zitch up. Maddie has been on the one time that she's been up on the plate or up to bat. Just what Coach Matthews wants to see. There's a low ball. So a great matchup here between Carroll and Kislow. Carroll's throwing 47 and a third innings. Did not go. That one's really close as far as making that one, but up down at first base says did not go. So we're at 3-1. There's a drive. We're all 3-2. So Carroll on the year has 6 wins, 2 losses. Has played in 10 games, 47 and a third innings pitched, allowed 48 hits, 21 runs, 14 of those earned. Given up 8 walks and 31 strikeouts. Her earned run average is a 207, and it's showing today. So she's right about where that earned run average is, and Everest had to earn all 2 here today so far. He's not giving up much. So Zitch hanging in there, full count, 3-2. There's another one. A great battle here. Already at 7 pitches. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. No pitch is called. The ump had his hand up, hence is why there was no pitch. Carroll anxious in getting that going. Again, you can see the beautiful blue skies with the little clouds, no wind here. There is a drive high up, right field. Right fielder losing that one, and that one falls in front of the right fielder. So Zitch gets on a high pop fly. So Crawford up to bat. Over at first now, with Zitch making it on is Abby Duffrin. Last time up for Crawford, she had a sacrifice bunt, moving Duffrin over to scoring position. It didn't matter where that one was going to be because McKenna Hammond clearly said this one's all mine and put a 2-run shot out. This time, Crawford's got the go-ahead, swings at a high one. There's a ball. Crawford able to pull that one back. Everybody shifting over. Wagner was running over to cover for first on that bunt. Williamson's playing up. First and third ready to make that run up. If there's a squares, ball. 2-1's count. Update on the score at Wyack Field. Spash 4, Marshfield 1. And they're at the top of 4. 2 outs. There's a drop. There's a catch. Duffrin making a great watching on the bases, but third base, Tokarski running in and diving for that one. So a runner stays at first. And your home run hitter, McKenna Hammond, up to bat. There's a drive up the middle. Duffrin goes into second. And follows that one up. Well, this time we'll see what Key Hammond can do. So with 1 out, it is warm here. Catcher needs a quick drink. Well, again, pretty warm out here on the diamond sun, blaring right on, coming in from over third base. No wind, so definitely a lot of moisture sitting up in the air, and hopefully these storms that they're predicting are going to stay away for us this afternoon. Bringing these 2 quality games. There's a drive. Key Hammond reaches for that one. And there's nothing there. So 2 outs. So Key Hammond flies out to right field for the second out, which brings up number 18, first base, Haley Schmidt. So both Crawford and Key Hammond not able to advance those runners. There's strike 1 called. Definitely a day to make these pitchers work with as warm as it is out there. Let's see what Haley Schmidt can dial up here. Well, current temperature right now out on the diamond is 93 with a feels like temperature of just under 100, one tick below 100, the century mark. So these girls are feeling I give them a lot of credit. I would imagine a full 20-minute break in between innings here. So 2-1, the count. Haley's got some home runs here on the year. Wouldn't expect too much more coming from Carroll, sitting right at her ERA. There's a drive, but that one's up and foul ball, so great off-speed pitch. Carroll now ahead on the count, 2-2. Seems to be Carroll's go ahead through 5 innings where she's struggling to get a pitch. She tries throwing that off-speed right down the middle. That one's high and up inside. So now 3-2 with 2 outs. Runners are going to get an advanced run here. Schmidt gets a hold of this one. This could be 1, maybe 2 runs. There's up and over. And foul ball. Carroll with the pitch. There's another one. So Schmidt's hanging strong in there. Again, thank everybody for joining in. And there's a drive just foul into the right field side. Well, thanks again for everyone that's tuning in, watching the game here. Schmidt hanging tough here, 3-2. Runner's going to have a lead. And another foul ball. So still battling there. A great battle between Carroll and Schmidt. There's another one that's going to be poked. That's left field. Not gonna get there. That ball is fair. So Schmidt gets a single, and Duffrin comes around to score from second. So a great at bat there by Schmidt, getting a single and an RBI, which brings up Callista Fuhrer. There's a drive! Up! And it's gone! 3-run shot for Callista Fuhrer! Callista coming in strong on that one. So Everest definitely doing some damage here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Callista running a 3-run shot on that one. So 4 runs scoring in the bottom of the 5th inning against Carroll. There's strike 1 called up against Kislow. Everest needs this one in a big way. They win this one, and with the outcome pending right now, as how it's going down at Waryak Field, they would take the conference championship as it is right now, as all things stay square and nothing changes in either outcome. So Carroll still pitching in there. There's a drive, foul ball, but out of play. So 1-2. And Everest gets one more help there by Spash. As Spash is up 5-1 with no out, with one out and two on second and third. That one's going outside, seeing if Kissel's going to chase. That's a no-go, 2-2. So again, everything stays as is, and Everest will be your conference champs. And there's a swing and miss there by Kislow, but not before the damage is done by DC Everest. They score 4 off of a 3-run shot over left field by Callista Fuhrer, and Everest leads 6-2 here on CW Sportscast. We will be right back.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
All right, so here we go. DC Everest leads 6-2. And the way we're standing right now, DC Everest is your conference leader at 9-1. Wisconsin Rapids 8-2. With this, Everest would take a 2-game lead on Wisconsin Rapids. Marshfield is also at 8-2, but they are currently losing 6-1 against Stevens Point. So with this outcome, as we see here, 6-2, and if Spash would continue to lead down at Waryak Field, Everest would become your conference champions with no worries on that last outcome. So a lot at stake here today for DC Everest. And that one's down and low. So Kislow with 60 pitches on the night. So far, this one's going to look like it's going to drop right in front of Zimmerman. So Everest did what they needed to do against Wisconsin Rapids with 2 consecutive shutdown innings and did some damage on their own. This time, though, Zegan gets on to start things off here. And now you have Sawyer Holberg up to bat for Rapids. There's a drive to Crawford. So, weird play there. Crawford on the tag. The ball drops out of the glove. But Dufferin right there able to pick it up and make the tag for the out at 2. Kissel with the pitch. Now the ball 1. There's a drive. Kenneth Hammond trying to make the grab, not able to get there. Runners are safe at first and second. On that dropped in. So Megan Cleary. So Cleary is the conference batting leader for Wisconsin Valley Conference. She's got a batting average of .571, on base percentage of .619. Let's see if she's able to come through for her team here today. Rapids needs some offense going here right now. Up until Holberg. Kissel retired the last 8 batters on ball 2. Oh, excuse me, strike. Oh, ball 1, sorry, folks. So 1-1. So we're top of 6. If you're in the shade that's out here at DC Everest Softball, it's starting to cool down a little bit. Fuhrer tries to frame that one. That one was a little bit outside. But it's still warm. It's upper 90s with the feels like temperature. Maybe the temperature dropped to 92, but upper 90s. Hydration is going to be a big factor going into game 2. Hopefully the hydration doesn't come from the skies, though. There's a high fly. Kind of Hammond coming in, catches that off in foul territory for the second out. So runners at first and second, 2 outs. And Jochimson up to bat. 3 for 3 on the day. There's a drive. That one's going to right center field. 1 run. 2 runs are going to score. Jochimson is around for a triple stand-up. So just what Rapids needed is a little bit of offense. And Jochimson drives it in. So Rihanna Carroll coming up to bat. There's a drive to Hammond, and McKenna Hammond down into the grass makes that grab. Jochimson doing the damage though today. 4 for 4, had a 2 RBI triple in the top of the 6th to bring Rapids within 2. So we are 6, DC Everest 6, Rapids 4 in the middle of the 6th inning, and we will be right back.
Do you know if they got baked down at Horns today?
Want free?
Really free rewards checking?
We got that.
Need a mortgage? Fast and local.
Which we actually keep.
We've got that.
Want debit card control at your fingertips?
Turn it on or off from your smartphone.
How about real-time transaction notifications too?
We got that.
At Valley Communities Credit Union, we've got that, and you can get it too. Call or visit any of our 5 locations to talk with a VCCU team member today.
All right, welcome back. And just a quick update on the Stevens Point Marshfield game. Spash is leading 6-2. It's in the top of the 5th, so Marshfield's on base, or up to bat. 2 outs with runners on first and third. So that is on our broadcasting partner, ZaleskiSports.com. You can see that one as well. So 2 great conference battles going on here today. Obviously, we've got the 6-4 matchup here. DC Everest, Wisconsin Rapids. And the bottom of the 6th inning, Zimmerman drives that one, but foul ball as she was still inside the batter's box. Carroll up to 83 pitches. So again, we thank everyone that's joining us on our YouTube stream here. There's a drive by Zimmerman to Clary. Clary throws it over and making the out. So Zimmerman, 6-3 put out. And there's your first out of the 6th inning. Now up, number 14, Riley Zuliger. Again, we're talking about the heat so far this afternoon. A couple innings ago, it was a feels-like temperature. Zuliger drives that one deep, but your left fielder, Emily Friday, right there making the grab. So Carroll doing a great job. One pitch, one out there. Thrown a total of 3 pitches so far in this inning. This is exactly what Rapids needs, is that shutdown inning as they go to the top of the 7th. But let's see if any other damage can be done by Abby Dufferin in there. Dufferin down, but Clary right there. Clary has been covering so much of that infield for Wisconsin Rapids and not allowing anything to get by her. So she's done a great job in that regards of shutting down the Evergreens. So we'll keep it right here. So obviously, if you're looking for a real estate agent, Joan Matthews is what and who you want. You want a real estate agent who really listens to what you want in a home? Call Joan Matthews, Coldwell Banker at 715-574-6011. Need an agent who knows how to effectively market your home so it sells? Call Joan Matthews, Coldwell Banker at 715-574-6011. The real estate market is red hot, and you need Coldwell Bankers Joan Matthews to help guide you in the market and care for your financial goals. Plus, Joan lives in Schofield and knows your neighborhood. Visit joanmatthews.com to schedule an appointment today. So again, Everest finishing this one up, trying to are in the top of the 7th inning, so this is last at-bats for Rapids. They need at least 2 to bring Everest up, otherwise this game will be done. Kissel throwing 70 pitches on the afternoon. Both crowds really getting into this one right now. Don't have anything going here for Marshfield Spash. There we are. We're at the bottom of the 5th for Marshfield Spash. Bottom of the 5th for Marshfield and Spash 6-2. Spash leading. So this is what Everest is dialing up right now. There comes that. That one's going outside. That was definitely more of a ball than that first one. There's a drive to center field. Keyhammond's got a zoning in right there for the catch. So Wagner up to bat. Everest is 2 outs away from, at a minimum, clinching a share of the conference title. Definitely could be an all-out conference champs if the score stands down in Woyak Field. There's a drive. That one's just over the dugout. 1-1 is your count. Great atmosphere here between both Everest and Rapids fans. Beautiful day. Very minimal wind. Hopefully the rain stays away for this for the rest of today. That one's hit. Up and out of play. Hits the announcer's booth. Not many strikeouts here today. Actually, Kissel has not recorded one yet. There's a dribbler. And now you got a throwing error on Wagner, rounding second. So we got time called. Wagner Gets a dribble to third. And able to get to third on a throwing error by third base, Riley Zuliger. So 1 out, runner on 3. Coach Matthews talking with the home plate umpire at this time. Not sure exactly what was asking, but the umpires will confer. So big at bat there by Haley Wagner. And she currently stands on third. This is just a thought, maybe some batter interference. But there was, whatever the case is, umps come back and say that runner is safe. So with that, we've got 1 out, runner on third for Rapids, which doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Number 12, Jessica Tokarski up to bat. So as of right now, she has a fielder's choice, 4-3 putout, and has made the fly out. So hasn't had a hit, so her time is coming here. There comes, so Schmidt. That's it! So with that, great play by Zuliger, throwing it over to Schmidt. Makes that catch. Schmidt gets the out, throws it back home for Callista Fuhrer. Fuhrer makes the tag at home, and with that is going to end the game, the ball game. So Everest at a minimum right now is going to be taking a share of the conference championship. But with the outcome right now as it stands, Stevens Point is ahead by 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. So we are in a wait and see at this point in time if Everest is going to hold as a sole conference champ or if they are going to have to win to take it. So great game in that first one. Coach is talking after that. A great game, 6-4. So the way that one ended was Tokarski hits it to third. Zuliger throws over for a 5-3 putout, in which Wagner then tries scoring and gets put out on a 3-2. So great plays, great hitting by both teams, great play by the defense for Everest. And we have a final of 6-4 with DC Everest taking game 1. We will have a 20-minute break at this point in time, at least a 20-minute break, maybe a little bit longer with the weather that potentially could be coming in. So we appreciate everyone that's coming in and watching this great matchup. We especially thank all of our sponsors, King's Camper, Joan Matthews Coldwell Banker, Dan Service Plus, Weinbrenner Shoes, Valley Community Credit Union, Fleet Farm, our major sponsor, was Zaleski Sports. So we're going to take a little bit of a break here on CW Sportscast as we have a final in Game 1, DC Everest 6, Rapids 4. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back shortly with Game 2 of this doubleheader.
In my neighborhood, if we have a problem with our heating, everyone knows who to call, and that's Dan Service Plus.
On our street, there's only one company that we trust for our plumbing, and that's Dan Service Plus.
No matter how cold or hot it is outside, home comfort is important to us. When we need maintenance, we know who to call, and that is Dan Service Plus.
Dan Service Plus is now your exclusive Daikin Comfort Pro dealer, featuring Daikin Comfort for Life. Dan Service Plus, one call does it all.
Weinbrenner Shoe Company has been manufacturing thoroughgood footwear and developing careers right here in central Wisconsin for 130 years. And we are expanding. Weinbrenner offers on-the-job training, family-friendly hours, and a safe environment with unlimited growth potential. Join our team and produce some of the last made-in-USA footwear in the world. Learn more by visiting WeinbrennerUSA.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Want free?
Really free rewards checking?
We got that.
Need a mortgage? Fast and local.
Which we actually keep.
We've got that.
Want debit card control at your fingertips?
Turn it on or off from your smartphone.
How about real-time transaction notifications too?
We got that.
At Valley Communities Credit Union, we've got that, and you can get it too. Call or visit any of our 5 locations to talk with a VCCU team member today.
All right, again, we are final here in game 1 with DC Everest taking the first game 6-4, as you can see up on the scoreboard. Not sure how long we're going to take in between games here. We'll keep everybody updated as far as that goes. Currently, right now, Marshfield is at Spash at Warwick Field, and Spash is leading 6-2. That's on our broadcasting partners, ZaleskiSports.com. So as we're in our game break, definitely could pop over there and watch that game on ZaleskiSports.com. They're at the top of the 6th inning. So great games going on in Wisconsin Valley Conference. We appreciate everybody that was tuning in. We'll be back shortly. We're going to leave this up on the screen just in the background. But we'll be back. I'll put some comments up there in a little bit, letting you know how long we're going to before we get going. Thanks again for tuning in for CW Sportscast. It's Tony Hollander, and we will be back. All right, we are coming back. Coach is getting ready to meet at home plate with the umpire. Same crew, switching spots. So plate ump is now getting to relax just a little bit with the plate gear, not having to worry about that one. Field ump, last one, now it gets a little bit warmer as you get all that gear on and temperature staying steady. So it may look like the weather is going to split us. So going around there. With that wind, Everest moves to 10-1 in the conference. Rapids drops to 8-3. The Spash Marshfield game is in progress yet. That's on our broadcasting partner station, station ZaleskiSports.com. That one's still in progress. That one's just shifting over to the top of the 7th with Marshfield trailing 2-9. So with that outcome, that will give Everest its first sole conference championship in Coach Matthey's 13-year coaching as the head coach for DC Everest. So Marshfield is trailing 2-9, top of 7. And we are getting ready to begin here. We flip spots. So in this game, DC Everest will be the visitors. Rapids will be home. Ultimately, pending this outcome, other than just the overall record, doesn't do a whole lot for the conference standings. So the standings will remain the same for the top, as DC Everest will stay at 10-1, Wisconsin Rapids 8-3. Pending the current outcome right now, Marshfield will drop to 8-3, and Stevens Point will go up to 8-3. So three teams in second place, but DC Everest has a commanding lead, and nothing that can be done as far as a conference championship for that goes. So DC Everest will more than likely be your conference champs at the end of this game. We will speak with Coach Matthews after the game. We'll just have a quick discussion with him, just as a recap for the conference season and how he feels going into the playoffs. So stay right with us after this game, as the Grassland Dairy postgame show will be happening. But Carroll will be out there on the mound for Rapids again. And you have McKenna Hammond starting this game off. For DC Everest. So your batting order for Everest isn't changing too much. It's been the same pretty much the whole season. McKenna Hammond, Kira Hammond, Haley Schmidt, Callista Fuhrer. There's a drive, high fly ball. Clary going back, but Emily Fields calling her off, gets that catch. So 1 up, 1 down for Carroll. And now Key Hammond. Ball 1 called. So again, after Key Hammond will be Haley Schmidt, Callista Fuhrer, Paige Kislow, Allie Zimmerman, Riley Zuliger, Abby Duffrin, and Lexi Crawford. Carroll gets the pitch again for Rapids. There's 2 strikes in a row here for Carroll. Pitching is Rihanna Carroll. Catching, Kendall Zegan. First base is McKenna Williamson. Haley Wagner's at second. Jessica Tokarski's at third. Left field is Emily Friday. I said the wrong name. I apologize about that one. Center field is going to be Megan Jokinson. And right field will be Allison Martin. So Carroll gets first strikeout of the second game here. So quick 2 outs there. There's a drive by Schmidt. That one's going deep. No one's running for it. It's gone and over the fence. And just like that, Schmidt opens up the scoring after 2 quick outs by Carroll. And they give the Superman look to Callista Fuhrer between Schmidt and Fuhrer. So after a quick 2 outs there by Carroll, Schmidt steps up and says, we're not done here. We're going to belt one out of there. So 1-0 here. Here comes Carroll with the offer. That one's a foul ball. And there you got 2 outs that are happening for the Spash Marshfield game. Top of the 7. Runner on second base over there on our broadcasting partner, Zaleski Sports. There's a poke by Callista Fuhrer. That one's going to drop in front of the right fielder, Allison Martin. So Callista Fuhrer gets on with a single. And now you're going to have a courtesy runner for Callista Fuhrer, and that's going to be number 5, Paige Ritchie. So Kissel up the pad. She's going to be your DP today, or for the second game. Puts that one foul ball over the right field first base fence. So Everest on top here by Haley Schmidt. Home run. That one goes up and pass. Kissel up standing on the pass ball. And that's final. So the game in Woyak Field against Marshfield and Spash just went final, with Spash winning that one 9-2. So we'll talk over the standings here in just a second. And ball high. So 2-1. So on that, as we said before, conference standings, that's up and out of play. So we're at 2-2. So with the win by Spash, DC Everest is going to be your Wisconsin Valley Conference champions for softball in 2021. So great play on a comeback from behind win in game 1. There's a poke and drive on a hit and run call there. No, Paige is ahead, or still 2-2. It's Paige Paige Ritchie that's out on second base off of a Callista single. And that one's down and in the dirt. Full count. There it is. So Kissel works it deep in the account, goes full, and ends up with a walk. So Allie Zimmerman up to bat, playing right field. There's strike one called. There's a poke by Zimmerman, and Emily Friday right there with the catch, though. Big bat there, but not able to get past Emily Friday. So that's going to end the inning, but not before Haley Schmidt does some damage with a solo shot over left center field, giving the DC Everest Evergreens a 1-0 lead, and we will be right back on CW Sports.
In my neighborhood, if we have a problem with our heating, everyone knows who to call, and that's Dan Service Plus.
On our street, there's only one company that we trust for our plumbing, and that's Dan Service Plus.
No matter how cold or hot it is outside, home comfort is important to us. When we need maintenance, we know who to call, and that is Dan Service Plus.
Dan Service Plus is now your exclusive Daikin Comfort Pro dealer, featuring Daikin Comfort for Life. Dan Service Plus, one call does it all.
All right, we are back here at DC Everest softball field, where Everest is leading 1-0 off of a solo shot by Haley Schmidt, if you're just joining us. Huge game ones on both ZaleskiSports.com and also CW Sportscast. DC Everest in the updated standings has a 10 wins, 1 loss. Wisconsin Rapids is 8-3. Marshfield 8-3. Stevens Point 8-3. Merrill 2-8. Wausau East 2-10. And Wausau East 2-10 and Wausau West 0-10. So with that, there is does not matter on the outcome of this game 2 for DC Everest and Wisconsin Rapids. DC Everest will be your Wisconsin Valley Conference champs for 2021. So congratulations, DC Everest. Yeah. All right, then we're back up there. It's 1-1. Ball on the off-speed pitch, not able to get the call there. So Eckes pitching for DC Everest. There's a drive, high pop fly, short right center field. Everybody converging, nobody able to make it. So Megan Clary on with a bloop. A bloop single. Megan Jockinson did a lot of damage against the Evergreens as far as hits. Went 4 for 4 in that first game. Joe Everest did not have an answer for that one. You got to go there. And a quick jump by Megan Clary, able to get over to second base. So the first one was a strike that was called. Oh, 1 ball, no strike. There's Zuliger trips over the base, but able to keep her footing down the third baseline, makes the catch. So 1 out, 1 on second base. With Rihanna Carroll up to bat, the pitcher. Cassidy Eckes with the pitch. There's a poke there. Oh, that one gets past Zimmerman. Zimmerman has to hustle back. 1 run scores. And on the initial, so a three bagger for Rihanna Carroll. Drives in. Megan Clary. So Wisconsin Rapids ties this one up. 1 apiece. So 0-1 count here on Allison Martin. And Zimmerman right there with the catch. Zimmerman throws that one in. And he got nothing there. So Rhiannon Carroll scores from third off of a triple. Allison gets a sacrifice fly. for the second out. And Rapids leads here 2-1. So 1-0 is the count. If you were trying to hold that spot and frame that one up. Look pretty good from our angle here. Well, if you're tuning, there's a drive into center field to Key Hammond, making the grab, but not before damage was done by Wisconsin Rapids off of a single, a triple by Clary, a triple by Carroll, and then a sacrifice fly by Allison Martin to score 2 for Wisconsin Rapids. So we will be right back as we hear a word from our sponsors. You are watching DC Everest, Wisconsin Rapids on CW Sportscast.
Weinbrenner Shoe Company has been manufacturing Thorogood footwear and developing careers right here in central Wisconsin for 130 years. And we are expanding. Weinbrenner offers on-the-job training, family-friendly hours, and a safe environment with unlimited growth potential. Join our team and produce some of the last made-in-USA footwear in the world. Learn more by visiting WeinbrennerUSA.com, an equal opportunity employer.
So again, we do thank all of our sponsors here today that make this broadcast possible. King's Campers, Joan Matthews, Coldwell Banker, Dan Service Plus, Weinbrenner Shoes, Valley Community Credit Union, Fleet Farm, Bill's Service Center. So our DC Everest announcer having some fun up there, wishing his wife of 25 years a happy anniversary. So batting up here, number 14, third base, Riley Zuliger. That's ball 1 down low. And that one's poked back. Foul ball. 1-1. Zuliger's batting .333. That one's high up in the air. Right field right there. Drops the ball. Zuliger is going to 2 and stands up. So an error on the right fielder. Allison Martin not able to secure that one, and Zuliger ends up at second. Which brings up Abby Duffrin. Duffrin puts that one up and just over second base. Coach Matthews holds Zuliger at third, but Duffrin does her job, gets the runner over. So Lexi Crawford now up, playing second base as usual for DC Everest. Runners on the corner. Let's see if Duffrin gets asked to go for the try for a double steal. Carroll coming up. We talked about this one a couple weeks ago when DC Everest was playing Spash, and we didn't think we'd see a double steal on that, but Coach Matthews drew it up, stole second. Catch went to second and was able to score. So Everest was able to capitalize. Let's see if Coach Matthews does any of that here today, or just lets it stay as is and keep the batters at the corner, or the runners at the corners. So 1-1 is the count. Carroll coming to pitch. Oh, there's a line drive. Not much Duffrin was going to be able to do on that. Line drive to McKenna Williamson. making that catch in the double play, grabbing Abby Dufferin out. So there's a poke by Hammond. That one's fair down the left field line. Zuliger scores and Hammond ends up with a double. Oh, one pitch, one earned run. We're 2-2. Couldn't even get my scoreboard updated in time. There's a poke by Key Hammond, but that one's going to go out of play over the first field fence. Oh, 0-1's your count, 2 outs. There's a poke just over the fence, over the backstop. So 0-2. Runner on second, which is McKenna Hammond. See if Key Hammond can drive her in. There's a poke down first baseline. That's going out of play, though. So Hammond protecting that bat. Or protecting the plate. And on a called strike 3, Kira Hammond takes the K. So that's 2 strikeouts for Key Hammond. But Zuliger, off of an error off of the right fielder, Allison Martin, able to score. And DC Everest ties this one up 2-2. And we will be right back here on CW Sportscast, bringing you DC Everest and Wisconsin Rapids live.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
All right, again, we are back here live at DC Everest Softball Field on CW Sportscast. We've had a back and forth action here. In the top of the first, Haley Schmidt hits a solo home run. In the top of the second, Riley Zuliger able to score from third off of a double from McKenna Hammond. Wisconsin Rapids scores 2 in the bottom of the first off of a single off of Megan Clary to get on base, and then Rhiannon Carroll drives in Clary with a triple, and then a sacrifice fly by Allison Martin. And that's our scoring so far. A lot more scoring early on in this one versus the first game. There's a drive and foul ball. Another one right back to Eckes. Eckes gets that one. Throws that over to Haley Schmidt. And Schmidt gets that one on a 1-3 putout. So that brings up the catcher, number 28, Kendall Zegan. one's a little bit high. That one's down on the dirt. So Cassidy Eckes actually leads in the earned run area for all of Wisconsin Valley. She's got an ERA of 1.17. There's a low strike called. So 2-1. Which comes in with 4 wins, no losses. Total innings pitched is 24. Has given up 21 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts. There's a poke, though, for Kendall Zegan all the way to left center field. Zegan's getting in there to second. So the Rapids bats have come alive here. Number 16 for Wisconsin Rapids.
That's all it was. Did she claim you? I remember when she was about that big. I remember when she was about that big, being on the mound.
So number 17 coming up to bat is Sawyer Holberg. And if we get a name on the courtesy runner for the catcher, we will get that to you. It's number 16 that's out there. I just do not have a name here today. It's not on the roster, so the only one that I have is a Jesslyn Groff. But that was on the junior varsity roster, so that could be it. Not 100% sure. There's a poke there by Sawyer Holberg. That's dropping down. Zimmerman gets it in quick. So now you have runners on the corner. So McKenna Williamson coming up to bat. And your 9th batter of the day. She had a beautiful grab to take the first out, and then immediately tagged first base for a double play against Everest in the top of the second here. Everest was in a commanding lead. It was a hard hit by Lexi Crawford, so great play by Williamson on that one. That one's down low. And we're at 1-1. So runners on the corner, 1 out. Yeah. Now with a ball. Not sure where that one missed. We do, again, I appreciate all of our sponsors that are bringing you this free broadcast here on CW Sports. So 3-1's a count here for McKenna Williamson. Next batter on deck is Megan Clary. She's been doing a pretty good job here today. Caused some issues for Kislow. There's a foul ball. So full count, 1 out. So Clary coming into this one was the number 1 batter for the conference at the 571, 619 based on balls average, and that one just misses the outside corner for ball 4, which is going to load the bases at this point. So Clary now up. So Clary's got 4 home runs on. That one's up. Callista's got a beat on it. Able to make that catch before it hits the fence. So 1 pitch, 1 out. And now we got 2 outs, bases loaded for Eckes. So Jackeson up to bat. Flew out to third base. The first at foul ball. Just foul. Not foul by much, but did go foul. Here comes the pitch. Crawford right there. Over to Schmidt for the 4-3, and no damage done on the scoreboard for Wisconsin Rapids, even though the bases were loaded for the last part of the inning, or runners in scoring position. So we remain tied at 2 after 2 here on CW Sportscast. We will be right back.
In my neighborhood, if we have a problem with our heating, everyone knows who to call, and that's Dan Service Plus.
On our street, there's only one company that we trust for our plumbing, and that's Dan Service Plus.
No matter how cold or hot it is outside, home comfort is important to us. When we need maintenance, we know who to call, and that is Dan Service Plus.
Dan Service Plus is now your exclusive Daikin Comfort Pro dealer, featuring Daikin Comfort for Life. Dan Service Plus, one call does it all.
And again, we welcome you back here to CW Sportscast. Tony Hollander bringing you all the action here for DC Everest softball. This is the last regular season game. As soon as this one is done, coaches will be meeting and determining seeding for the regional action. So that'll happen tomorrow, more than likely, with the outcome of the first game and the outcome of the Spash Marshfield game. Everest will more than likely end up with the top seed, which will give them I believe, the bye on Tuesday, which means that their first game will come later in the week. There's ball one, that's just high. Haley Schmidt, first time up in the first inning, hit a solo shot over left center field. Center fielder started wrangling in that one and then quickly stopped as it was traveling the distance. There's Carroll coming in with the pitch. And we are at 1-2. Oh, I got a little bit of dark clouds that are coming in here. That one's ball high. So 2-2. Again, thanks to all of our sponsors: King's Campers, Dan Service Plus, Joan Matthews, Coldwell Banker, Weinbrenner Shoes, Valley Community Credit Unions, Fleet Farm. Swing and a miss. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There we are. So 3-2 is the count. No outs, nobody on. There's a poke. That's going to go over the center fielder's head. Schmidt rounding 2. It's going to be a play at second. And she is out. Oh, she is out, but we have... So great hit there by Schmidt going all the way to the 202 center field. But on the slide, it did appear that second base, Haley Wagner collided or got hit in the face by Schmidt on the slide. So she gets a single, but a put out on the 8-4. Coach is out there really quick along with the athletic trainer. So definitely appreciate everyone that's out there.
Brew, how do you rate water on both sides?
Let's see if we can get any indication of any weather that's coming in at all. It is coming from the north. The fans here are doing a great job supporting these kids. So last update was 6:34. We got a small area of clouds that are just over Clark County, so it doesn't look to be too threatening that's coming in. So we should be able to get these games. It's slow moving, so definitely some stronger storms that are coming in. We'll have to keep an eye on that if this game goes a little bit further. But for the time being, we've got some great weather that is happening. No wind. Feels like is definitely in the mid 90s. So 2-0. That's up and over. Heads up. That one's straight up and over. All right, back where we're sitting here at at the broadcasting booth. Not much coverage here other than just a little bit of shade. Carroll coming up, making that grab. So Callista out on. So Paige Kislow up. Walked in the first inning. There's a poke by Paige Kislow over to third base. Third base gets it over to first, and we got an out to end the top of the third inning. So 3 up, 3 down for DC Everest. No runs, no hits. Or excuse me, one hit. And we are all tied here at DC Everest softball field. 2-2 on CW Sportscast.
Weinbrenner Shoe Company has been manufacturing Thorogood footwear and developing careers right here in central Wisconsin for 130 years. And we are expanding. Weinbrenner offers on-the-job training, family-friendly hours, and a safe environment with unlimited growth potential. Join our team and produce some of the last made-in-USA footwear in the world. Learn more by visiting WeinbrennerUSA.com, an equal opportunity employer.
All right, we are back here. Eckes taking the pitch. Callista Fuhrer behind the plate. Make the call, and up to bat is number 44, Rhiannon Carroll. And that is your pitcher for Wisconsin Rapids. There's strike one called, so we're at 1-1. On the third, just keeping we got another great game that's over on Zaleski Sports, our broadcasting partner. You have Marshfield and Spash that are playing. They're in game 2, top of the first. A lot still to take place, second on down. So second, third, fourth currently tied. There's a drive to right field. Zimmerman right there gets that into Dufferin. Oh, number 8's going in, Ali Virginski. So Ali Virginski, courtesy runner. And up to bat now is number 29, right fielder Allison Martin. Ball 1. Here come Eckes. There's a poke that's going to get down by Duffin. Duffin throws it over to Crawford, able to make the catch. And we got a force play at 2, so fielder's choice. On a 6-4. Martin on first now. And Wagner, second base. Flew out to center field, first time up. That one's down low. Clouds are definitely starting to come in. May help cool it down here a little bit, but we don't have any wind, so it's definitely a slow-moving system, which is definitely beneficial for us. There's a ball high. It's a 2-0 count. Must have hit the double ball there. 2-0, 2-2, bottom of the third. There's a poke right there for, they could almost try turning that double play. Duffer Crawford Schmidt not able to get the runner at first, but again, still gets the lead runner. So Jessica Tokarski up to bat, playing third base today. And runners going. That one's get thrown behind Dufferin. Quick reaction there by Keyham and out in center field, being able to back that one up. So a runner now in scoring position for Wisconsin Rapids on the stolen base. Heck is throwing it here. Outside, not able to get the call there. So 1-1 is the count. There's a poke. Schmidt's calling that one. And that's a quick one, too. And no damage there. And there's a fly out for Tokarski. So one hit, no runs, no errors out there. Coming up due for the Evergreens, Zimmerman, Zuliger, Dufferin. As always, we appreciate all of our sponsors for making this possible for the opportunity to watch this free broadcast. So there is absolutely no charge, whether it's on Zaleski Sports or Central Wisconsin Sportscast. This is free for you 100% of the time. But we do appreciate all of our sponsors that are here. One of those sponsors is Joan Matthews. Want a real estate agent who will really listen to what you want in a home? Call Joan Matthews, Coldwell Banker at 715-574-6011. Need an agent who knows how to effectively market your home so it sells? Call Joan Matthews, Coldwell Banker at 715-6011. 574-6011. The real estate market is red hot. And you need Coldwell Bankers Joan Matthews to help guide you in the market and care for your financial goals. Plus, Joan lives in Schofield and knows your neighborhood. Visit joanmatthews.com to schedule an appointment today. So up first is Allie Zimmerman taking strike one. That one's hit high. Clary's calling that one off, making her presence known out there. Next up, Riley Zuliger was able to get on second off of an error by Allison Martin in the second inning, and then eventually scored off of a double from McKenna Hammond. There's up and over. And fans making the catch out here and getting the cheer. That's down in the dirt. 2-1. Carroll has a lot of pitches on this day. Threw well over 80 pitches in that first game and already up to 41 here. Definitely a different throwing action for softball. There's ball 3. So tend to be able to, it's a natural motion more than a baseball throw, so they tend to be able to go a lot longer. Carroll looking at which the call is. There's a high ball. So Zuliger on with a walk. Bringing up Abby Dufferin. So she was able to get on in a single, and then eventually was doubled up off of a line drive from Crawford. Carroll with the pitch, right back up past Carroll. And all runners are safe, so another great big hit there by Dufferin. Able to get it. Advancing Zuliger. Dufferin's 2 for 2 on the day. So Lexi Crawford, again, like we were saying, in the second inning, had a powerful hit right over to McKenna Williamson. Made a great grab. This one's down on the ground. Williamson not able to get a hold of it. That would have been pretty close for a play anyways for that. So no error on that one. We'll give a single on that. So bases loaded coming up for Hammond. And I think that might, so that one might be done here for, we're doing some switching here. So that's going to be it for Rhiannon Carroll for the day for pitching. It looks like Megan Clary is going to come in from shortstop. Looking to see where everybody is going around here. Rhiannon Carroll is going to go over to second base. Sliding over to short. We'll get a number here for you really quick. Is number 24. So Haley Wagner slides from short to second. From second to shortstop. And then your shortstop is going to be coming in to pitch. So that's the rotation there. So right now, Rhiannon Carroll has all 3 runners for accounted that are on the base. As Clary comes in, Clary on the year. Get some numbers here for Clary coming up. She's got 1 win, no loss, 7 innings pitched, giving up 3 hits, 4 walks, and 10 strikeouts. She has a 0.00 ERA. So, and only 7 innings pitched, so not a lot there. Foul ball on for McKenna Hammond. So Clary throwing this one, coming in. That one's foul ball. Great hop over it there by Zuliger. So just doing a little bit of a recap here. Lexi Crawford's on first. Abby Deffrin's on second. Zuliger's at third. The defensive switches, whereas follow Megan Clary is now your pitcher. She moved from shortstop to pitcher. There's a foul ball. Haley Wagner went from second over to shortstop, and your previous pitcher, Rhiannon Carroll, went from pitcher to second base. Up to bat is McKenna Hammond. Those are tough ones to lay off of when they're high and right there. McKenna Hammond in the first game ripped one deep to tie the game at 2-0 or 2-2. Started that scoring for Everest, and that one's right at the letters and swings out McKenna Hammond. So she sticks up to what she tends to be doing good at is strikeouts. That's the 11th putout or strikeout on the year for Megan. There's a foul ball for Key Hammond, sister of McKenna. Oh, bases loaded, 2 outs. Was able to check that one. 1-1. Clary looks for the sign, and then the pitch. That's down in the dirt. Runner's not going anywhere. Ball bounces out in front. 2-1. Walks as good as a hit at this point in time. Counts as a RBI. That one's down low. Swinging is Key Hammond. Not making any contact there. 2-2. Clary trying to get out of this jam with bases loaded. Everest looking for some contact and hit. And it goes full count. So runner's going to have a lead here. We'll see what happens. And here they go. There's a drive. That one's going to... And great play there by the new shortstop, Haley Wagner, over to Carroll. So Carroll helps get herself out of that bases loaded jam. Everest not able to get anything out of it. And we remain tied through the middle of the fourth, 2-2 here on CW Sportscast. And we will be right back.
In my neighborhood, if we have a problem with our heating, everyone knows who to call, and that's Dan Service Plus.
On our street, there's only one company that we trust for our plumbing, and that's Dan Service Plus.
No matter how cold or hot it is outside, home comfort is important to us. When we need maintenance, we know who to call, and that is Dan Service Plus.
Dan Service Plus is now your exclusive Daikin Comfort Pro dealer, featuring Daikin Comfort for Life. Dan Service Plus. One call does it all.
All right, coming in leading off here. Number 28, Kendall Zegon. She doubled in the second inning. Eckes puts a poke there, but Schmidt right there able to make that grab. So number 17, Sawyer Holberg, up to bat. And another great game over on Zaleski Sports. Marshfield at Spash. That one's up the middle there for Holberg. Rounding first, not going to go anywhere. Duffin right there. Strike one called. So number 6, McKenna Williamson up to bat. There's a poke left center field. That's going to be extra bases. Sawyer Holberg's rounding third. She's going to go for home. And we got a play, no play at the plate, but Solberg's up, and that's going to be a triple for Williamson. Double for sure, with then a fielder indifference. As Holberg scores all the way from first base. Strike one called. So Rapids takes the lead here in the bottom of the fourth inning, 3-2. Well, that one's just low, good off-speed pitch, making both the umpire think about that one, along with Clary. There's a poke. That one's driven deep. Hammond going back. That one's up and over the fence, and that's a home run there for Clary. So after that one, Rapids leads 5-2. Megan Clary gets another one. Let's see if Eckes can get out of this one in the bottom of 4. There's a poke down left field line. It's going foul though. There's another drive. Eckes puts that glove down, gets it over to Schmidt for the second out. So Rhiannon Carroll up to bat. Sounds like we have a little bit of thunder that's potentially coming in, or maybe that's something else. We're going to try finding out here. There's a pop-up. Eckes goes back, makes the catch for the third out. So as we make that transition here, Megan Clary comes up big with a 2-run shot. We do have some thunder that's coming in the area with here at DC Everest softball fields. I do appreciate all of you that have been joining in through this afternoon. Hopefully we're able to keep this going. And we are now officially in a storm delay right now. You can see this coming in. And we are going to try to keep it here as long as we can. We'll see what we can do here. But we are officially in a rain delay at this time. So again, we do appreciate everybody that is tuning in and watching as Rapids in this in game 2 has the lead 5-2 after a power inning by Megan Clary with a home run, 2-run shot over left center field just right before the scoreboard. So, and the storm did just pop up, unfortunately, and with the thunder, we do have to clear, but there is more that is coming right around the area up by Merrill. So hopefully we can do something and get this game in. Otherwise, we will need to resume this at another time. At worst case scenario, we will definitely carry on with the commentary. We do have a tent here that we can roll back into and keep ourselves dry, and especially the power equipment. That's the main thing. But we'll keep you here right now. A little bit of a game reset. As far as game reset and actually season reset here. Coming into this one, Everest was 9-1, Rapids 8-2, Marshfield 8-2, Stevens Point 7-3. After game 1, with Everest making a come from behind after being down 2-0 and coming out and winning, they moved to 10-1. Wisconsin Rapids fell to 8-3. On our broadcast partners station, Zaleski Sports, they were carrying the Point Marshfield game, in which Point ended up winning that one 9-2. With that win, gave the Evergreens the conference championship. This is the first time in Coach Matthews' career that he's been able to bring the conference championship without sharing it. So congratulations, Coach Matthews and the rest of the Evergreens. That's a great opportunity, and they didn't do it lightly. They led the league in batting with a 402 batting average. Overall, they had 8 of 9 batters in the top 25 for the Wisconsin Valley Conference. So we'll see what's going to happen. As you can see on our screen right now, that the coaches and the umpires are meeting. As we are in the top of the 5th, we are not actually in an official game yet. We are through an official game. We are 4.5 through. So this is an official game at this point. If they call it, it's game done. Everest would finish their conference season at 10-2. Again, this does not have any bearing on the conference standings other than it gives DC Everest 2 losses. The Evergreens will remain the conference champs no matter what the outcome is here, and also down in Woyak Park, which right now on our broadcast partners, ZaleskiSports.com, Spash is up 3-0. So it looks like the officials and everybody have decided, or the umpires have decided, that we're going to keep this one going. Well, glad we were able to keep you here. We do thank all of our sponsors. You got Dan Service Plus, King's Campers, Joan Matthews, Coldwell Banker, Weinbrenner Shoes, Valley Community Credit Union, Fleet Farm, Bill's Service Center, all major sponsors of Zaleski Sports and CW Sportscast. They are 100% why we are able to bring you this free broadcast for you to watch out live on YouTube. It gives us the opportunity to at least bring everything and bring you live action here on YouTube when you can't make it to the field. So we appreciate everybody that's tuned in. We've seen quite a few viewers that have come through and sticking with us through this whole time. So thank you very much from both Jason Zaleski and myself, Tony Hollander, as we bring you this live action. So we do have thunder, but it does not appear that we have any lightning that is coming through. Other than the rankings, DC Everest and in Wisconsin Rapids coming into this game are your top two teams in both the batting statistics and also the pitching statistics. So DC Everest led the conference with a 1.92 ERA, and Wisconsin Rapids was a 2.10. This was a great battle in the first game. We had 2 home runs that sent the Evergreens into the win. We'll try to keep all the action here as far as being able to keep us dry. If it does get a little wet, we'll be able to keep it. But overall, if it starts downpouring, we're going to have to pull the plug as far as for video, but we'll try keeping it live here with the commentary and the play-by-play. So I'll stay here with you play-by-play all the way through. We are in the top of the 5th inning with DC Everest trailing 2-5. Again, no major impacts on the conference standing other than it just gives them a second loss. But we are glad to be here and glad to be going. So a little thunder in the area. No lightning yet has been detected. But one lightning bolt, and I can guarantee you that the game will be called. So thank you again for tuning in. We are bringing you live action right back here. Number 18, Haley Schmidt will be up to bat. She is 2 for 2, has a single and a home run. Last time made the single, tried going for 2, and was thrown out from center field. So we'll see what we got here as far as options, but we got strike 1 that's called. So Clary is your pitcher at this point in time. There's up and over, foul ball. So Megan Clary came in at the top of the 4th inning for Wisconsin Rapids. Was able to pull out of the jam from bases loaded and 1 out, and was able to get out of it with no runs scored for the Evergreens. So definitely good opportunity for DC Everest to take advantage of it. Not able to do it. And you can start seeing the clouds on the upper left-hand corner coming in. And there's a swing and a miss by Schmidt. So we got a strikeout. So Calista Fear steps in and we're ready to go. There's a poke. Third base right there. So that's Jessica Tokarski making the catch. So Clary comes in and able to get 2 strikeouts. Then 2 additional outs. So the last all 4 batters that she's faced have been retired. Kissel comes in here. Swinging right off the bat. Strike 1. Again, Clary has 10 strikeouts only on only 7 innings pitched. So 21 batters. So she's striking out almost 50%, and actually coming into this now, having pitched another inning and a third, add 2 more to there. So 12 strikeouts and 8 in the third inning right now. Pretty good numbers being able to come in as a reliever. So 1 ball, no strikes. Down in the dirt. So 2-0. I'll have to check that on the ump's call here. Now it's coming back around. So 2-1. I mean, definitely hear that thunder, but no lightning again. Here comes the pitch. That one's driven deep for Kissel. Emily Friday right there to make that grab. And the Evergreens are put down 1-2-3. So thunder in the area, but nothing else going on. We're able to keep this one going, or now we are an official game. I think that was what we were going with. And that is done. So this game has now been called due to weather, so that way we have it's done. So Everest will finish 10-2 on the year. But again, this game meant absolutely nothing as far as the conference standings, as DC Everest will claim sole possession and be your softball conference champions for the Wisconsin Valley Conference. So congratulations, DC Everest. So again, we are final due to weather. As it was just called, they got the last half inning in specifically so that way they could get that in. We're going to take a little bit of a break here. We'll be So we're going to try getting a hold of Coach Matthews and a couple of the DC Everest players for a word and some comments. So hang tight. We'll talk with Coach Matthews and a couple of the DC Everest players. Thank you again, everyone, for tuning in, and we will be right back.
In my neighborhood, if we have a problem with our heating, everyone knows who to call, and that's Dan Service Plus.
On our street, there's only one company that we trust for our plumbing, and that's Dan Service Plus.
No matter how cold or hot it is outside, home comfort is important to us. When we need maintenance, we know who to call, and that is Dan Service Plus.
Dan Service Plus is now your exclusive Daikin Comfort Pro dealer, featuring Daikin Comfort for Life. Dan Service Plus. One call does it all.
Weinbrenner Shoe Company has been manufacturing Thorogood footwear and developing careers right here in central Wisconsin for 130 years. And we are expanding. Weinbrenner offers on-the-job training, family-friendly hours, and a safe environment with unlimited growth potential. Join our team and produce some of the last made-in-USA footwear in the world. Learn more by visiting WeinbrennerUSA.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Want free?
Really free rewards checking?
We got that.
Need a mortgage? Fast and local.
Which we actually keep.
We've got that.
Want debit card control at your fingertips?
Turn it on or off from your smartphone.
How about real-time transaction notifications too?
We got that.
At Valley Communities Credit Union, we've got that, and you can get it too. Call or visit any of our 5 locations to talk with a VCCU team member today.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Seasons Golf of Wausau is the area's only indoor golf facility and sports bar to offer leagues, tournaments, corporate events, birthday parties, open tee times, kids' summer camps, and much more. Call 715-679-3769 to book your tee time.
All right, we are back here live at CW Sportscast, where we're going to talk pretty briefly with Coach Mike Matthews and hopefully a couple other players. But rain is just starting to come in, and we're underneath our tent, safe and sound, so no worries on that. And we'll have a quick conversation. So, team was just out there gathering their win, or some team pictures. So definitely enjoying the time on that. So we do appreciate everybody hanging around here, and they're going to have a quick conference as far as that goes. We'll continue to pick stuff up as we're going through. But in your final in game one, DC Everest took that one 6-4, giving them sole ownership of the conference championship here at DC Everest softball fields. Game two would go to Rapids, so they ended up with a split. The whole rest of the conference would have kind of hoped that it would have gone the other way, where Rapids would have taken game one and put some pressure on DC Everest, but it is a no-go on that. And Everest will come out of this not only with a win, but will come out with as a conference champion. So big things happening here. DC Everest comes out on top as your conference champions for the 2021 season. And we're going to try to get in with the coaches here. Definitely wait and see that. But we do appreciate everybody that has tuned in and been with us from the start of the game. So thank you very much in that. Hopefully the wind doesn't pick up. We still don't have any wind out here. So again, on the day, Everest and Rapids both split. They played the final half inning specifically so they could get this one in and not have to worry about it. You are able to hear still some of that rumbles of the thunder that overhead. A couple raindrops that are coming in. We're safe and sound underneath the tent, but we're going to wait here and see if we can talk with Coach Matthews. Last week, we'll get his thoughts on it, but last week, his daughter, in a surprising effort, put out there that it was his 200th career win when they played against Wausau West. So, and jokingly back and forth, said that they were going to give each other, or Mackenzie Matthews knew that she was going to be in trouble from her dad for posting that out there, but she didn't care because it was a proud daughter moment. So definitely something to be proud about for her family, and seeing a dad and a coach put that much time and effort into a program. So definitely something worth celebrating is that 200th win. But today, not only did DC Everest wrap up the conference championship, not only did Coach Matthews get 200 career wins last week, he gets 100 career Wisconsin Valley Conference wins with the Game 1 victory over 6-4. That certainly could not have been done without players like McKenna Hammond, who put a 2-run shot and started the scoring off for the Evergreens on that. And then also following up with that was another home run for Haley Schmidt, getting a 3-run shot in the 5th inning in game 1. So it takes a team effort in order to build these championships and these quality programs. And Coach Matthews certainly has that built right now. There is a talk and a buzz about this, ladies. They were talking about last year and the missed opportunity with the COVID season, but they certainly didn't waste any opportunities here. They grabbed that and they ran with it. So we are picking up the wind here. We're waiting for Coach Matthews. I'm pretty sure he has some brief comments here for his players, but we'll try to get them, and hopefully we're able to have a quick conversation with them before this rain really comes in. So we appreciate you sticking around for this post game. It's been a great season for myself, bringing you all calling the action here on Central Wisconsin Sportscast. We definitely appreciate all of our sponsors. Shout outs going to Dan Service Plus, Weinbrenner Shoes, Valley Community Credit Union, Fleet Farm, Joan Matthews, Coldwell Banker, King's Camper. Without their support and their sponsorships of this, we would not have been able to bring you this opportunity for the live games. So unfortunately, due to a personal vacation, I will not be able to broadcast the regional games for next week. But we'll certainly be thinking about this as we're going out and about here. So I'm going to step away for just a second. I'll be right back. We'll see if we can get Coach Matthews and a few of the players. How are we doing, Paige and Callista, right? Good. How does it feel coming out of this, Paige, with a victory in the conference championship for DC Everest?
It feels really good and clean since we haven't won a conference in 7 years. It feels good to come out here.
So you said now winning one, but this is the first time since Coach Matthews has taken over in his 13 years that you've had it sole conference champs. So how does that differ from taking it as a shared, Callista?
I mean, like, shared is good. Like, it's good to get conference champs just in general, but having it just be us in general, just solo, it feels so amazing because I think we showed this whole conference what we're made of.
I will tell you that from me broadcasting, not having been following Everest before, it's been a pleasure, and it's been rocking. The atmosphere. That game one. How much did, as a team, because obviously not one of you can win a game. We know that it takes 9 of you, and even the ones below, bringing you up during practices. What has been the team chemistry that has brought you girls together this year?
Just overall, we just have always been a close team. So just coming out here, we knew going into it, it had to be all 14 of us going at it 100% the whole time.
As seniors, what's been the defining moment this year?
Getting to play, last year sucked not getting to play, and then getting the season this year, I mean, I couldn't be happier to finish my senior year with this conference win.
What's it mean to you, Paige?
As a junior, it makes me really look forward to next year, knowing we have even better, like good players. We have good players coming up, and it just makes it a lot more fun. Looking forward to next year and finishing out this season.
Sounds good. Well, thank you for joining me for the post game. Enjoy the regional play. I unfortunately will not be here to be able to call it, so but I'm going to listen to it. I'm looking forward to it. So enjoy it, savor the moment, and go get them in the playoffs. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, now we're going to be joined here by Coach Mike Matthews. Coach, you talked at the beginning of the year about not having a season last year to now coming and winning a conference championship just for DC Everest. What does that whole turnaround from last year to the end of this conference season mean now?
Well, I would say it was worth it, but it really wasn't obviously for those kids that didn't get to play last year. But for these kids that are seniors this year, it would definitely be worth it. Our kids really played well. Losing our very first conference game and then rattling off 10 in a row to win a conference championship. I couldn't be more proud of how our kids played, battled back. We were behind both games of Spash and they came back and won. We were behind today and they came back and won the first game. So, these kids are really resilient and, that might just be a reflection of what, this group had to go through with COVID and everything and the different schooling they had to do and everything like that. This class of 2021, they're just resilient kids. So, they just showed that on the softball field, even beyond being students. So
That's great. So last week against Wausau West, you earned your 200th victory as a coach. Tonight, you earned your 100th conference win and a conference championship. Talk about your journey with all these teams and the just talk about your journey and how that's been as a coach.
that's all that stuff probably means I've just been doing this too long. I don't know. It was actually this last game was actually my 100th loss too. So, with the good comes the bad, I guess. That stuff is, it's all well and good. It's really just about the kids. I've just been really fortunate to work with just really awesome kids in 13 years. Um, you know, from my first year back in 2009 to 2021, just really good kids, really good students. I haven't had like negative drama. Just some of the nightmare years. Every year has just been really awesome. So it's really 200 wins is nice, but it's really a credit to the girls in this program.
100%. I would agree. I would agree with you on that. But it's a journey for you because you have to build a program and the kids have to believe in that program, and that says something about you as a coach as well.
Well, I appreciate
So,
that.
but obviously, good luck with the remaining schedule as you go into regionals. Obviously, I think seeding is tomorrow, correct?
Yeah, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. So, presuming a one seed, but obviously things, it could shake out. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But other than that, good luck as the playoffs start off, and good luck as you make a run to state.
Yeah, thanks. And I want to thank you for coming out to all these games. You have seen a plethora of weather. I think maybe a little snow and cold and wind chill, and then some rain and some heat. Like you have seen everything. Obviously, it's Wisconsin, so you're going to see all types of weather. But I appreciate Zaleski and everything you guys did.
Absolutely. Well, I know we appreciate it a whole lot, and we're glad to be part of this.
Absolutely.
And that you thought about us as we're going through this. So,
no doubt in my mind.
So congratulations on the conference championship. Congratulations on the win, and good luck as the playoffs come around. So, absolutely, thank you. All right, well, that's going to do it for us here at CW Sports. We've been happy to bring you all of the live action for 6 conference games. As Mike said, we've been through the wind, the winter, the summer, the fall, everything that we've been through, a torrential downpour. We were able to escape today, but we certainly appreciate everyone that's been around and listening in. So from CW Sportscast, Zaleski Sports, thank you for following us along. On behalf of our sponsors, Dan Service Plus, Weinbrenner Shoes, Valley Community Credit Union, Fleet Farm, Joan Matthews, and King's Camper. Without their sponsorships, we aren't able to bring this. So I'm live here at DC Everest softball fields where it is a split. DC Everest wins 6-4 game 1. Rapids wins 5-2 in game 2. But that doesn't mean anything, as DC Everest is your Wisconsin Valley Conference softball champions. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you for